for Canada, I got the admission. I don't know why I refused to resume. I got the admission in, I think, Mount St. Vincent University for public relations masters. I did my police reports, gathered the funds and everything. And I don't know, a kind of eye-opening event for me or something like that. Like, I'm depressed every 3 business days. Totally bad though, but if I could turn back the hands of time, I would have made better choices. Main aim is to Jaffa. Sorry, like I'm not about to.
Like, would you like to introduce yourself to, people watching, what you do, where you are and stuff?
Okay, so my name is Gift. I don't know. I think my career path has changed since I moved here. But in Nigeria, I used to work in advertising. I used to work as a lead advertising strategist for an ad agency in California. And I have a bachelor's degree in English and literary studies and a master's degree in management and digital marketing. And my career path
Wow.
has been in marketing communications. Yeah.
Wow. Honestly, all great stuff, to be honest. I'm marveled. I'm wowed at how one person can possess all this. Impressive.
It's not the same anymore since I moved here. That career is non-existent, but we'll talk about it later anyway.
Yeah, of course, because we really need to know why such a prestigious career path had to change with you
Yeah.
relocating to the UK. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, how long have you been living in the UK? And
I've
what
lived
part of the
here,
UK are you living in?
so I live in Luton and I've lived here for 1 year and it's going to be 9 months by the end of this month. So 1 year and 9 months actually.
So, when roughly looking into like 2 years, you've been doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
What made you decide to relocate?
Yes, I think I knew before, but now that I'm here, I don't know anymore because
I'd like to know what made you move before you moved here, and what's making you doubt the decision. How about that?
so, like I said, when I was in Nigeria, I was working in advertising and I loved my job. I used to work remotely. I was working remotely from 2019 before the pandemic. And aside from my job, I also had a side hustle as a top rated freelancer on Upwork. So I was combining both of them and both my career paths, my main job and my side hustle, they required me working from home. So I started working from home in 2019. That was after my NYSC and I had never worked in an office before. And the fact that I was living alone, it was quite expensive for me to keep on buying generator. So
Oh, generator, yeah.
I used to work from various working spaces. My favorite place was CC Hall in Yaba, if you're familiar with
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I do know that
Yeah, so I
place.
used to
Yeah.
work from CC Hall. Like it cost me 1,500 every day to work from there. And sometimes like I go to other co-working spaces and pay 2,000, 3,000 around
Oh,
Yaba.
those
It
are
depends
actually
on
fair prices, to
co-working
be honest.
space. Yeah, they're actually fair because like you like staying at home all the time. I was living on my own and I don't get to see anybody. And going to those working
Exactly.
spaces gives me the opportunity to
They motivate you
network.
and also, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and at some point I registered for this CIIN. It's like an insurance professional exam, and then I had the membership card, and it was quite close to my house. So with the membership card, I was able to work there for free, and I was working there for free. And maybe when I get bored, I go to CC Hub. But the main thing was electricity, basically, because for my job then in Nigeria, I was working like with an American company, and we had like meetings most times. We can have meetings in the middle of the night and nobody cares about having light. Am I going to tell my boss, sorry,
Oh, yeah,
we don't
it's a
have
real
light,
struggle.
so I can't join this meeting now. They
Yeah.
really don't understand what I'm talking about. Then aside
And
from that,
that
it
is
was
something that
also.
should even be their business. To be honest, like, it
Yes,
shouldn't even
yes.
concern
They don't
them.
care when you got the job. Like you already knew that you were not working for a Nigerian company, and you have to have lights. Like
Exactly.
you have to join this meeting.
Exactly.
And another thing was also the Nigerian tag. Like I said, I was a top rated freelancer on Upwork, and it was actually hard to get to that. Like it was difficult to get. Like we already have a bad reputation like throughout the
Exactly.
world, so trying to Trying to be top rated. It was such a big thing because Upwork even posted me on their social media pages and they have like millions of
Wow.
followers. So a lot of Nigerians were commenting and they're like, oh, good Nigeria and all of that. So it was, you have to work like twice or thrice as hard to even achieve that
Yeah.
as a Nigerian. I see people from other parts of the world just doing the bare minimum and getting this recognition. And for me, I have to break my back and work so hard. The first money that I made from freelancing was $98. I remember it was in 2019, the month after my NYSC, and I got scammed. Somebody stole my money.
I'm
I
so
wanted to
sorry.
change it. Oh God, that's why I don't like yeah. I don't like to hear about Yahoo boys and all of that. And I started freelancing and it worked out. And then the first money that I got, I was trying to show my mom that look, this thing is
And it was
finally working
calm.
for
It was
me.
taken from
And they took
you.
my
Thoughtful.
and
Oh,
they
that's
took my
it.
money. Oh
So basically, yeah. So like the sole purpose when you were in Nigeria was to relocate to a place that had, some stability, to
yeah,
help your workflow, right?
yeah. To help my
And
career, that was the main thing for me.
yeah, and then you chose like you did your research, and the UK was like the best fit for you as of that time, yeah.
No,
Oh, it wasn't. Okay,
no,
so why?
this was not my choice, honestly. I wanted to go to either Canada or Germany because I have family in Canada and in Germany anyway. But for Canada, I got the admission. I don't know why I refused to resume. I got the admission in, I think, Mount St. Vincent University for Public Relations Masters. I did my police reports, gathered the funds and everything, and I just did not submit it. I don't know the decisions that I make in this life. Like, I don't really get it. And then Germany was my second choice. So I got admission to, I think, all the schools that I applied to because, my undergraduate grade is like quite good. I'll stop 10 in my graduating class because I like saying those schools that I applied to, I usually get the admission learning online at Goethe University in Frankfurt. And I applied for a visa appointment date. Until now, the German embassy, they're still owing me visa appointment dates. So I kept on studying online. I think because it was Anglophone literature, something. And I dropped out because, like, I'm not about to do this degree. The main aim is to just pass. Sorry, like, I'm not about to study at home. I finished my degree in Nigeria and all of that. So I dropped out
Yeah.
of the
Okay,
masters.
so going forward, you find yourself in the UK. Things worked out for you. Why do you think that like this couldn't have been the best fit for you at this time?
Okay, for me, I'm a millennial anyway. I think I have a bit of Gen Z spirit. I job hop a lot. But moving here, I don't know. It has just really been, I don't know, a kind of eye-opening event for me or something like that. Like I'm depressed every 3 business days and all of
Ah,
that. So, and then my career, like it was going, I think I was at the peak of my career or something like that
so basically, your expectations before going to the UK was that it will help you thrive more in
in
your
my career.
career. Yeah, but then it's like literally the opposite that is happening to you right now. And
Yeah.
yeah, what do you think could be a reason why, or a factor that's like hindering you from actually reaching your goals in the UK?
To be honest, I don't even know because when I moved here, I thought it was going to help me with my career, and I didn't think that job hunting was going to be very stressful, given that I already have international experience. So I mean, American experience is also important, especially in marketing. But when I moved here, like the reverse was the case because I could not continue working with my job anymore. Like I had to pay bills, and then like the school fees was a lot of money, cost me a lot. So I had to find a job. So I started doing domiciliary care, which is like the worst type of care. Nobody should do it. My enemies should not do it. It's so difficult, and it's no, don't do that. Like if that's the
Okay.
last option, stay at home. So I started doing
Oh,
domiciliary care, and after doing it for a while, it was quite difficult for me. The first day that I did that job, when I went back home, I was crying. I cried every day. So I would leave the house. They'll come and pick me up by 6 in the morning, and then by past 10 at night, I'm not back home. So that's how bad it was.
wow, wow.
So my location on LinkedIn because LinkedIn was where I got my last job. I usually get DMs from recruiters on LinkedIn. So I had to change my LinkedIn location to the UK, and I started getting DMs from recruiters, but most of them wanted me to work full time, and I'm a student. I can only work 20 hours. I'm not allowed to work full time, so it was not possible for me to do these jobs. Like most of them were really good offers, though, but I'm a student, and I'm not about to break the law. I don't want to go back to where I was coming from, and all of that. So I finally got a job. Though I got a job in a venture capitalist company in I think in May or April as a PR and communication strategist, which was very exciting. Honestly, like it was a shift from the whole domiciliary care thing, and I did it for a while. And I think we had I don't know what happened with that job. Honestly, we had new funding for that particular company, and everybody in marketing we're just told to go on a 0 hour contract. 0 hour contract means that you're not working for any hours. Like when they're done with what they're doing, they will call you back, they'll call you. And the dev team, they were working on the app or whatever it is that they're building. So we're on that 0 hour contract from like I think till like June, July or something. So I'm like, oh, so who's gonna pay the bills with this 0 hour? Like I was not working and doing anything. So I was like, I cannot continue doing this. Do you understand? I had to now a friend of mine now introduced me to our agency, a care agency, and I started working there as a carer. Yeah, so that's where I've been working since then. The thing is that it's okay, and I just recently finished my program and I started job hunting again, like looking for marketing opportunities. And the amount of interviews that I've done since I finished that program in May till now, I have never, and the amount of jobs I've applied for, I've never applied for jobs like that in my whole life. And it's writing a different cover letter all the time, so it's crazy. Like on my birthday, I was crying.
Oh, sorry.
Because to be
Oh,
honest, I've not really applied for jobs. I think the only job that I applied for and I got was when I worked at Stanbic IBTC Bank. I wrote a test, I passed, and all of that. All the jobs I've gotten has been based on recommendation or recruiters reaching out to me on LinkedIn. I've never really had to apply for any job. So this is new to me and all of that. I'm actually actively sending out those applications, and it's not like, oh, unfortunately, it's just the last job I entered, the last one that pained me the most was a job in a sustainability technology company as a marketing manager. This job, the interviews, I had 5 rounds of interviews for this job, and every interview comes with its own task for you to do. So I'm racking my brain, coming up with strategies and content and everything for you. So we talked about salary. They offered me £40,000. We talked about when I'll resume, and it's a hybrid role because I didn't want to do like remote 100% anymore. I've done it for a long time, and I think I would like a hybrid role so I would get to meet people. So when it was now time to send me the offer letter, what I got was a regret mail, and they said that I was not passionate enough about climate change. Like I don't, I don't get it. Like, so I was asking myself, am I supposed to tie my hair with palm fronds, or I don't know, like maybe sew my interview dress with I don't know leaves or something, or tell them that I've been trekking to
wow.
school all my life or something. So it pained me. I actually cried because I thought that the next mail I'll be getting was the resumption. We had concluded everything, start
Oh,
date, like everything. So I thought that was my job, and then it was marketing lead. So I was excited to like lead the marketing for this company. I checked the company, everything checked out, and all of that. They had a series of funding, and I like working with startups anyway, in tech because they pay more. People will not tell you this though, but they pay more. I don't know about companies
so
in Nigeria, do, but startups that have
startups
funding,
here they pay
they pay
more.
more.
So
Yeah,
basically, yeah. In a nutshell, the job market is very tough,
it's
tougher
quite
than
tough.
you,
Yeah.
yeah, tougher than you imagine, and tougher than it is in Nigeria as well.
I don't
So
know. I don't know if it's tougher because, to be very
you
honest, in
never
Nigeria, I didn't really.
experienced.
No, I didn't
Okay,
experience that. Even
yeah.
in the bank that I did my internship in, like they also reached out to me for their ex-intern graduate training program. So I've not really had the opportunity. I didn't really look for a job in Nigeria. I always get recommended, or recruiters reach out to me on LinkedIn. So I've not really had to like job hunt like that.
Okay.
So
All right. So like with the skill, okay, not skills, with how long you've stayed there, your experience, people you've interacted with, what are the important skills you think that people coming like Africans or Nigerians even trying thinking of relocating to UK need to have? Like, what are the skills that you think you need to have the skills in order to thrive or to just sustain yourself?
I would say skills in technology. I would say marketing. So marketing is really important, and just know every aspect of marketing. Because last year I missed out on a very juicy internship with a financial company, and I was stopped to there because the person that they took over me had experience in marketing analytics, and my analytics experience was not strong enough. So they took him over me, even though I had more experience than him in various aspects of marketing. So I would say like marketing, just be an all rounder. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, analytics, content, social media, just know it all. And then maybe tech skills, because like tech is everything now, as we already know. So if you know any tech skill that you are good at or you're interested in, like this is the right time to start learning it, because like I would say it's quite different for most of my friends that have tech skills and all of that. So that's it. And
Okay,
also
wow.
like all these common skills like sorry braiding hair, or like if you know how to do it, I pay an
Really?
arm and a leg. Yeah, the last time
Wow.
I made knotless braid, I made it for £100 with a beg. That's the worst part. I was begging, please collect £100 for me to make my knotless
Wow.
braid. I
You
losing my
guys,
locks.
you need to learn how to make hair.
Seriously, I losing my locks, and it cost me £50 to losing my. I made locks when I went back to Nigeria in March, and when I lose it, to losing it, I couldn't lose it myself. I had to pay somebody £50 to help me, and I was helping her. I also carried her baby, so so so
Oh
please,
my
like if you know how
goodness.
to make hair, like you're going to ball here, it's a big thing here. They charge a lot of money, so that's the thing.
Okay, so far, have you experienced any form of, racial discrimination or just racial disrespect, or have you been treated some type of way because of your skin color since you've been here?
Yes, many times I have so many experiences, but I'll talk about one that happened yesterday. So, because, like I said, I
Wow.
work in a care agency and all of that, there's this guy at work. So, they had something to fix on the computer, and I'm quite computer internet savvy. I'm very good with like computers and everything. But then, because I'm working in like a care room, so maybe they believe that if you're there, like maybe you came from a boat on the like
Yeah.
on the sea or something, or from Libya,
Yeah.
something like that. And
Yeah.
so
Wow.
this guy wanted somebody to fix something on the laptop, and he just did not ask me. He asked one girl that was white, and he was like, he's sure that she can fix it. And then the girl already knows my background, and she kept on telling the man that I will be a better. I know how to do that thing. He said no, that he feels that she knows how to do it. And she could not fix it. And when I was asked, I said I could not do it. Like, sorry, I could, but I mean, like, you didn't think I could
Yeah.
do it. I can't read and
Okay.
write. So,
Yeah.
and there are other experiences too. There's also this. I have experiences for days and all of that. Some people can like cross the road or something when you're coming, and but my main experience with racism was not even in the UK. It was in Czech Republic. I went earlier this year to Prague, and when I got to the border, the way that I was searched, I have like it was like when you shake my passport, drugs would fall out from me. So they kept on like everybody was. It was a line for EU residents, and then other passport holders. So other people that had other important passports, they're like, "Oh, welcome to Prague." When it was my turn, it was like stand aside, and then they kept on like opening the passport. Like, what are you? What do you expect to see there? And then they kept on like searching me, and like, oh, where is it? You can see the passport is a Nigerian passport. And then he was like, "Oh, I should show him my booking." I showed him. They didn't ask any other person for this, just me and my Nigerian passport. I showed him my booking. Showed him when am I leaving the country. I was like, okay, I just came on holiday anyway. And then he didn't even tell me welcome to Prague. He just stamped the thing
Wow.
and gave it to me. Then when I
Wow.
went to the grocery store in that same Prague, so that was like that's my worst travel experience. There's this woman, she was just following me. I went with my partner then. She was just following us like we're going to maybe run away with toothpaste or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to steal something
Oh.
from
Oh
there.
my
And they were just
God.
moping. So
Oh
when I
my
had that experience
God.
at the airport, I almost cried. I was like, it's Mary's fault. It's not your fault at all. Because I guess
I'm
your
telling you.
country. So
Ah.
yeah, that's my
Wow.
most racist experience. But I usually get all this stuff like in the UK, people saying, "Oh, your English is so good," and I keep on saying that it's not a compliment. when they say, "Oh, your English is so good for a Nigerian," I write better than you. If you check it, I actually write better than you and all of that. I've seen how you write. You don't know your punctuations, so
Honestly, wow,
so
wow.
that's the
Like
thing.
Nigerians, I think we like this is a cause of for worry because I don't know how much of the bad apples that these foreign countries get to experience about Nigeria that
Yeah.
literally just makes them to generalize. I mean, everybody knows that Nigeria is highly populated. So how would you use the very few bodies you've experienced to judge a whole country? It's super insane and very sad to be honest.
I
But
think the thing is that we are also very loud. Like we are louder
yeah, they
than
do say that a
others.
lot.
Do you understand? So, for instance, I saw something on Twitter. I think last week or something where they were saying they want to teach Yahoo Yahoo boys tech skills. I'm like, I don't follow on Twitter. Everybody's on Twitter. The whole world is on Twitter, and then they're saying that you're teaching people that are supposed to be in jail. You want to equip them with tech skills because it's circumstances that made them steal. No, people can see that, so they can see that maybe the country actually glorifies fraud and all of
Yeah,
that. So
yeah.
we are
To
actually
some
very
extent,
loud.
yeah. Yeah, to some extent, you wouldn't even necessarily blame this country because, as an individual, everybody's very patriotic and, instinctively, they're trying to like protect and do what's best for their country. And based on like what they've been seeing, okay, so to some extent, you wouldn't totally blame them, but at the same time,
Um,
people should learn to like
but
be
read.
very aware and to be
And
very
also read
informed.
too. Don't
Yeah, to be out
don't
there.
don't don't believe that. Okay, another thing is that people they also think that when you come here you are interested in benefits. Like you don't even get any benefits. Like even the health insurance
What?
that you get, you pay heavily for
Okay,
it. You
benefits.
don't actually get any
Okay.
benefits. Do you understand? You pay heavily for it. The school fees that I pay, you cannot pay it. Do you understand? You as a citizen,
Yeah.
you cannot afford it. So they think that we're coming here to get all their benefits and everything. You're coming to steal their jobs. But stealing your jobs how? For instance, now if they employ a medical doctor from Nigeria to come and work in the UK and you don't even have like a high school diploma and you're saying that foreigners are coming to steal your job, how is that medical doctor stealing your job? What job are you talking about?
Right.
Do you understand?
Right.
So that's the thing too.
So, in a nutshell, to round it all up, what is one advice you wish you had before you went in that you'd have to share with people that are planning on relocating?
I would say just zero your mind to do anything, like anything legal to survive. Don't say, oh, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to. If somebody told me that this is what I'm going to be doing, me, no, 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 I will not agree. But then this is part of life and all of that. So I just believe that I'll get a job or something like that. So I would say maybe zero your mind. And I would also prefer people abroad like telling people the truth and all of that. But I think if they talk about it, they'll be like, oh, UK people are talking too much and all of that. So like I feel people should share like the good, the bad and the ugly, not just, oh, I'm making £100 in a week, in a day or something like that. I went to work on Sunday. I'm like I went to work on Sunday. I spent £40 on transportation alone on Sunday. How much did I make that day and all of that? So I feel people should be more vocal. Just zero your mind to do anything and try to equip yourself with relevant skills that would like it makes a difference here. So that's what I would say though. And
Okay.
find
But
love in
can you
Nigeria if you can.
we didn't talk about this. I do hear this. They say there's no love. No love in the city. How true is that? How true is that?
Well, it people's experiences are different. Though. It worked out for me, though, but like it doesn't work out for everybody and all of that. So if you have a partner in Nigeria, and the person is Jaffa compatible with you, maybe think of coming together with the person because it's quite lonely here and like depressing. The winters, like by 4, it's pitch black, so you're alone in your apartment and nobody to talk to. So the chances of you getting depressed is very high and all of that. So that does not mean that if you have a bad partner in Nigeria, you not stay with the person because no love abroad.
Yeah.
No, you're still
Yeah.
fine. Like people actually find their partners abroad and all of that. So it just depends on the individual and luck, I guess. So
Okay. Can you share with us like some, few maybe one or two good experience, like not experience, because like the good about living in UK,
okay.
basically.
I would say the first thing for me is electricity. Like I moved here as someone that works remotely in Nigeria, and I talked about all the hassles that I had to deal with working remotely. So the fact that when I moved here recently, I was running to charge my phone. Like when I come back, I'll just run. Like it didn't hit me that it never goes off. Like the light, it never result like, and it's quite safe. I'm not saying 100% safe, but in Giaba I cannot come out to buy suya on my street to my phone. No, 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 we don't do that here. I have to keep my phone in the house. But here I don't even go out with my laptop at night because I don't want somebody to take it away from me or steal my phone or something. But here you can actually, walk around freely. Also, the environment works. Like there's dignity in labor. So if you're a cleaner or anything you're doing, you're actually respected. Nobody looks down on you because oh my god, in Nigeria now, oh my god, this person's a cleaner. No, 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 I can't do this. Nobody looks down on you. Every occupation is respected, and then you'll be fairly compensated for your work. So if you put in the work, you actually see the reward. So if you're working 12 hours, like after that, when you see your pay, you'll be
Your
happy.
pay, you'll be happy. Yeah.
Yeah, be like, yeah, like after
Oh,
complaining, it was worth it. So it's not bad. It's not bad.
not
It's
all
not
bad.
entirely
Yeah.
bad. It's just for me, it's the career path that is my problem at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and maybe
Yeah.
when I find a job, it's not be a place that you should come to 100%. But I'm just like negative about it because of the like job hunting phase. That tomorrow's even my
Okay.
graduation, and I'm like, okay, where's the job now? I'm asking my university, where's the job after the
It's gonna
graduation?
come. It's gonna come. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Gift. Thank you so much for sharing your journey, sharing your experience. And hopefully we're gonna be there to celebrate you when the big wins start coming in.
Amen.
Because they are definitely gonna come in. Thank you
Amen.
so much. Thank you so much for taking out your time. And on to the very next one. Signing
All right.
off.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.